Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian welcoming you to a new series of Hearts of Iron 4 with the No Step Back DLC. Today, we're going to be starting a new series where we're going to be playing as one of the new countries in the pack. So, we're going to pick new game. Obviously, 1936. And the new countries that got focus trees in this particular DLC are the Soviet Union, Poland, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. So, this is actually something that I thought about quite a bit. Who would I like to play more? Now, those of you who've been following the channel for a long time know that I have a PhD in Russian and Soviet history. But I've also already played a game as Soviet Union for the channel. Granted, that was a long time ago and I was really bad at it, but I have done it already. I don't think any of the Baltic republics would make for a very interesting game, at least certainly not a very long one. So I don't think any of those would make for a good viewing either. So it really comes down between Soviet Union and Poland. And to be honest, I've never played as Poland in Hearts of Iron 4. So even though the name of the DLC is No Step Back and it's about the Soviet Union, we're going for Poland. So we can, we start non-aligned, our economy sucks. We've got really bad political power. Oh dear. A looming Peasant Strike. That sounds awful. We could try to bring back a monarchy to Poland. We could go communist. Or we could go fascist. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to pick Poland. We're going to leave the rules as is. I'm just going to play on the regular difficulty. We're going to leave historical AI focuses off. I'll probably end up regretting that later on, but I do like the chaos involved. Save and play. Okay, before we do anything else or talk about any of the new changes to the DLC, let's talk about our strategic situation. Let's zoom way out and let's talk about what we have to be concerned about. We have two very, very powerful neighbors, the Soviet Union and the German Reich. And that has to be a constant calculation in all of our dealings in this game. And we've got a couple of options in order to address these. First, we could join either the Axis or the Comintern. And this would leave us in a better position vis-a-vis the one we don't choose. Although, there still is an element of risk in that. Our second option, or actually I guess I should say our third option, is to go the monarchy route, which I believe would probably keep us as non-aligned. And while that would be very interesting historically, it probably also leads to Poland getting destroyed. There's just... I don't see a scenario in which Poland stays neutral and survives. I think Poland has to pick a side. And the question is which side they pick. In order to make that decision, I'm going to take some time to look very carefully at the focus tree. But first, let's talk about... oh, here's the officer corps. This is actually new. Oh, this is where you pick your doctrines, and you can pick spirits. Oh, this is very cool. Oh, you actually use your experience to add the theorists. Oh no, you still use political power. Very intriguing. And it does spend some command power. Okay. Preferred tactics selection. I can't pick any of these because I don't have the right doctrines. Well, it's still very, very cool. And I need arm experience to pick a particular spirit. I see. Okay. This is really cool. This is really cool. Another thing that just got added is tank designer. We don't start the game with any tank tech, so I can't really do anything with it, but it's a thing that can happen. Alright, so let's start talking about our basic decisions. So, looking at our national spirits, we have to do something about the Peasant Strike. If we're going to do anything about the Peasant Strike, the thing we have to do is either embrace it and go communist, or ignore it, or try to put it down and go fascist. So let's look at our national focuses. So we start off with 3 very big choices. Oh, 4 big choices, sorry. Are there like 2 different flavors of... Oh dear, okay. Well, this is actually a lot to think about. So first of all, we have the general expand and construct focuses on under the 4-year plan. And we definitely want to do that at some point. The next thing to consider is whether we want to focus on Polish shipbuilding, or if we'd rather clamp down on Danzig, or Gdansk if we're going to be purely accurate. If we do this, this basically precludes us from going the Axis route, which is fine, but it is something to think about a bit later on. I don't really feel that this is our most pressing issue. We can prepare for the next war, and this would get us started up along our military modernization. And I really want to do that. Quite badly. But we have to deal with the Peasant Strike, and so we have to consider our options here. First, we have the April Constitution. And this looks like it clearly sends us down a fascist path, which will let us do things like... Oh, actually, can still join the Allies this way. That's intriguing. Oh, I see. Okay, we can either go monarchist... We can go military dictatorship, or we can just go a classic dictatorship, which will eventually lead us to maybe aligning with the West. Interesting. Our next choice is to organize the Peasant Strike, which will then lead us to getting into the Comintern. And we could even go full. We could actually make ourselves a puppet. If we wanted to. So that would lead us to a civil war. We have assembled the Regency Council, which would take us down the possibilities of an alliance with the fascists. Well, I think they'll give us basically... So I guess our first major decision is what kind of Poland do we want? And how do we deal with the oncoming strike? We could go democratic-ish. We could go communist, we could go monarchist, or we could just go flat-out fascist. We do have the option, of course, at some point, is we could build our own monarchy, or our own faction. I'm kind of intrigued by the idea of going monarchist, to be honest with you. We could get Royal Hussars. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a bunch of different options here. And I'm kind of thinking... I'm really worried about that Peasant Strike. Which is the only reason why I'm not doing what I would normally do, which is I would instantly run and grab the 4-year plan. But I don't want to get caught off guard by the Peasant Strike. I kind of like the idea of assembled the Regency Council. I kind of like the idea of going monarchist Poland, because it still gives us the maximum level of flexibility. And we could go for, like, absorbing the Balts. If we do, that's going to piss off the Soviets. We basically have to go fascist. Do we want to do that, though? Oh, we can do the Commonwealth of Poland, Lithuania. What? I've got to admit, for the memes, I kind of like the idea of going Poland, Lithuania. But I am deeply, deeply concerned about whether we can actually survive if we do that. Because then we wouldn't have... I mean, I guess we have ways to, like, join the Allies in that case. But doing that... I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think we would do very well just by joining the Allies. I don't think that would actually stop them from... There's a lot of possibilities here. A lot of them. And... like, a fascist-aligned Poland is probably the quote-unquote easiest path to survival. And I say that because Germany is much more likely to be a threat to us in the short term than the Soviet Union is. Now, is Poland-Lithuania reunited strong enough to stand up to Germany? I mean, anything's possible, but I don't know if I like our chances there either. We would need either the Germans or the Soviets to back off for us to have any chance at surviving for more than a couple of years. But fuck it. We're gonna rebuild the Commonwealth of Poland and Lithuania, and if it screws us, it screws us. So since we're not going to be harnessing the Peasant Strike, I kind of think building up makes more sense in the short term. So we're going to come over here, we're going to do the 4-year plan. That's our focus. Okay. That was a lot of decision making, I'm sorry. But it had to be done. Oh, we're going to get boring. And we're going to start doing all of your base level tax here. So we've got 3 slots. They're working on that. Until that's done, I can't research either of those. And then, yeah, we want to get that research speed boost. Okay, free civilian factories. Let's go ahead and build, stop me if you've heard this before, even more civilian factories. I think that's a good start. We have some decisions available. Okay, looming Peasant Strike. If we complete the focus Agrarian Reform, it will actually end the Peasant Strike. Where is Agrarian Reform? It's actually over here. So then this is actually what we want. We want to race down this path, basically. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go boop, boop, and boop. Perfect. Free military factories. We really need to get set up for our infantry equipment. So we're going to do that. Okay, divisions. Oh right, he uses the mouse, those keys there for some stupid reason. I'm going to add you to an army. And then we're going to go ahead and give you a general. We want somebody who's brilliant at defense. Okay. And I'm going to make you as an army. I'm going to assign you here. And your general is also going to be great at defense, Mr. Marian Kukiel. And then I'm going to make you both into an army group. And you, my dear friend, we're going to go with Vladislav Sikorsky, because he's a little better at defense. I can add a new trait. Let's take defensive. Oh, we already have defensive doctrine. Okay. Oh, we don't actually have enough to activate any of that stuff. Fine. Okay, that is all done. We're going to eventually need to build more fighters. We do need rubber. And it's going to take some time for us to get manpower. I get that. What is this going to do? We can build supply hubs much quicker. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I think that's all we need to worry about for now. Can I please change to WASDA to move around? Please? Maybe not. Whatever. I'll just get over it. I think that's good enough to start unpausing now. Let's do that. And let's get that stepped up, because it's peacetime, meaning there's not a whole lot that we need to do right now. You have low supplies right now. Don't worry, the supplies will come back. Just settle down. Oh, literally this space right here? Oh, because we don't have any supplies. We don't have a supply hub here. So what I'm going to do then... Ooh, I really like the color coding here. It makes it much easier to see which areas might need help. That's railways. How do I build supply hubs? Right here. And then I'm going to bump that to the top here because it's most important that we get that built. And then let's go back to default map mode. I'd love to add to our army, but our manpower is tweaked. That's something else we're going to have to deal with in the not too distant future. What is this thing about trains being in stockpile? Can we actually build trains now? Yeah, we go right there, civilian trains. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. We'll have to work on that too. Okay. Next we're gonna fill the railways gaps. And then we're gonna run right down here to Agrarian Reform as quickly as possible to stop that will be that. We'll get there, settle down, game. I probably need to build supply hubs here too. Like, I want the other civilian factories quite badly, but if we're already hemorrhaging supplies... I'm hitting control. That's my problem. If we're already hemorrhaging supplies now, it's just going to get worse when we get a bigger army. So I kind of feel like I have to deal with supplies before I can start building the other stuff. Are we losing manpower? Or okay, we actually are gaining manpower very slowly, but we are. Rhineland is remilitarized. Turkey has remilitarized the Turkish Straits. Ooh, what is this? Oh, I can pick a chief for the Navy now. Yeah, but you suck, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't really want to kill stability right now, but that is cool. How's construction coming along? This will be done in June, so that's good. We've got our first tech here. We're gonna go right for mechanical computing. I know it's boring, and I'd love to start working on doctrines, but we need to get that infrastructure going, right? It's critical for our long-term survival. Excellent. And now we're going to start going for Agrarian Reform. I guess I probably should try to add some more divisions, even if they're not perfect right now. What do our divisions look like? An important question. I'm glad you asked. We don't have any artillery. That is not great. We definitely want artillery. And the combat width of 18 isn't great. So I really think we need to add support artillery. For which I need army experience. Go ahead and start drilling so we can get some army experience. It's gonna make supply problems worse. I can't do anything about that right now. We need to make our division stronger, or we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Second London Naval Treaty, great. Once we get 10 army experience, I'll be able to add artillery, and I think that's going to help with our staying power. We really need to get working on the construction part, though. That's the biggest problem. Ethiopia was annexed. I hope at some point Paradox makes some actual advantage to go for concentrated industry now. Like, a boost of 5% to factory is not worth all the other benefits that you get, especially because it's rare that you'll never be able to change your production lines. We're gonna start on that. Oh, hang on. First of all, hooray for Agrarian Reform. Absolutely do this one. No question. But I can now add a whole bunch of people to our high command if I am so inclined. Oh, but you know what? There's better things to do with my political power. Can I increase my manpower law? I need 172 for that. I mean, we could pick this guy, and it would give us better division defense and would permanently give us army experience. I say we do it. Let's get that going on here. Because defense is going to be what we would need for the most part, at least initially. And then once we've invested in Eastern Poland and gotten the free factories, I think our next job is going to be working on our... We're going to wait to spend our free reduction cost, our research speed. I think it's finally time to start working on some military stuff. And getting started on doctrines would actually make some good sense. But okay, we've actually already got the 36 artillery. That's very good. Oh, it's anti-air. Oh, we don't actually... Yeah, we do have it. We're going to need planes at some point. There are so many things to build, and I want them all. Oh, they're just cheaper. That's literally the only advantage I see. Okay. Radio's pretty sexy. We're eventually going to want to start designing tanks, though. Basic engine. We really need more tech slots. Industry's fine for now. Engineering is fine for now. I mean, we could research radio. Start working on radar stations. But I really think we need to start working on our infantry. So the question is, do we start researching trucks? Or do we start improving our basic... I think we just do the basic equipment right now. It's boring, but it just makes our military better. Spanish Civil War just kicked off. So far, nothing too crazy has happened. Okay, good. Our supply problem just disappeared. I bet our Chinese United Front. Okay. I bet we just got our Yep, one of our supply depots got built. Perfect. Jubei Sanma joined the United Front. That's amazing news. There goes Xinjiang and Yunnan. I think we start working on our political focuses once these free factories are built. Okay, great. We're now up to 12. We really need 15 though. Because that gets us a combat with the 20, and then if we throw in support artillery, we'll be that much more powerful. So we're actually going to wait a bit longer. We'll need to start building artillery too, though. Okay, great. I love all the rest of these, and I think they'll be great, but I want to start getting the political situation dealt with, too. Let's assemble the Regency Council. And then we need to wait a little bit longer. The Bulgarian government condemns the IMRO. Okay, we're at 15 now, so let's go ahead and modify our divisions to be both a little bit bigger and a little bit more powerful. And now we do need artillery, which I predicted that we would. And reduce that, please, and let's add artillery. And we are going to need tungsten for that. That's fine. The British Raj, I'm sure, will be happy to provide us with all of our tungsten needs. I hope. We don't have any dockyards, which means we can't build convoys. That may be something we need to start thinking about. Okay. So we now fulfill the... So, if we're going to restore the Commonwealth, we need to pick the Commonwealth claimant. Right? Because I can't do that unless... I guess my question is, if I pick Hohenzollern, can I still do the kingdom? Oh, you absolutely have to do that one. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Fulfill the 5th of November Act. Stop doing that. And you can start building your organization and everything back up. We are losing manpower because we basically made all of our divisions larger, so it's going to take some time. Okay, and then it's just going to come down to the event triggering. So I'm actually going to wait before I do anything with that. I am going to look here, though. Who should our Chief of the Air Force be? Actually, let's get ourselves an infantry expert, shall we? That seems good. Wait, when... Oh, I guess we just have to wait for the events. So let's go ahead and keep working on this. I need another research slot quite badly. Give it to me. And now I just wait for the events to happen. Having supply problems again. Alright, mechanical computing. It's almost 1937. Now is an ideal time to spend our... Yeah, now's an ideal time to go ahead and get started with construction too. What is my supply deal here? Oh, because there's no railway here, maybe. There we go. And then top priority to get that done. Brilliant. Oops, pause. Industry. I'm pretty happy with all this right now. Let's upgrade our artillery, because artillery is going to be an important piece. And I guess we start working either on tanks or we start working on aircraft. Because we're going to need both of them. A light chassis would probably be the cheapest. Let's get a basic engine first, though. And then we'll get some basic armor, and we'll go from there. I mean, I will oppose communism. Okay, yep, he's the guy we want. Give me Friedrich Christian. And that means once we finish with our new research slot, we can start thinking about... Oh my god, I love it. Oh, Paradox. You brilliant bastards. Look what they did. They got rid of the parts of the tree we can no longer accomplish. That makes this so much easier. Thank you, game. Thank you. Okay. And I've gotten rid of all of the negative things, which is brilliant. Excellent. We have a king. We're actually going to max out our fuel stockpile. We should probably do something about that. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to push you right to the top because it's really important that we get that build. Now, we're going anti-Comintern. Obviously, the Soviets are more likely to be our short-term threat. Brilliant. Okay. Restoration of the Royal Siem. And now we start working on our doctrines. We can't afford to slide any farther behind. Yeah, let's get Tomislav Lupashko here. Why can I not research more? Oh, interesting. It doesn't actually take a slot anymore. It takes experience. I see. Well, that's the case. Let's keep investing tech in improving our... I mean, we do want trucks, obviously, too. But I want to start getting to the point where we're going to start thinking about putting some tanks into the field. I think that would be quite handy. go ahead and start exercising again, please. Let's try to get that built. Let's try to get that experience topped off so we can start researching doctrines. Excellent. It's not going to take us another year to fill the stockpile. That's brilliant. We're not going to worry about that for a while then. Go ahead and give me a medium tank chassis. No, let's go light. They're going to be cheaper. They're going to be easier to build. Construction 2 is done. Let's go disperse 2. Okay, I can switch to limited conscription once I have 150 there. That's pretty great. Okay. That's the anarchists. I'm a bit concerned already, though, because it is 1937, and... Well, a fascist uprising in Latvia, huh? Let us... I mean, getting some free stuff is great. Let's do... Let's get the free units. No, because I can always go back and do that later. I want to try to get Lithuania under sway as quickly as possible. I'm going to have you move over to Lithuania. Oh, apparently no, I'm not. Give me just a second. I will go back and look at that. I'll go ahead and upgrade the engine again. Okay, let's not ignore our aircraft. So let's start researching fighters. No, I need to save my political power so we can go ahead and start getting more manpower. Goodbye, Hindenburg. I would say I'm sad you're gone, but I really don't care. There we go. Sorry, fascist rebellion in Latvia. It looks like things aren't going too good for you. Alright. That looks good. I like the stag, though. That's pretty cool. Okay. Let's go ahead and start preparing for the next war. Maybe? I mean... The thing is, I want to get this stuff going as quickly as possible, right? So I'm gonna go and arm a monarchist militants. Okay. Let's go ahead and start training. Two more divisions, and let's put you in Lublin. Just two. We just want to fill out that army for right now, basically. Oh, there goes the anarchists. That's over with. Have the nationalists won? No, the rest of the war is still happening. But I think the nationalists are going to win any minute now. So long, Amelia Earhart. Let's go ahead and propagandize. Great. I can't afford to keep devoting resources to the intelligence, actually. Okay, the rest of this is fine for right now. Let's go ahead and start preparing for the next war. How big are my stockpiles right now? I have 31 guns. Oh, that's gonna take a while. Oh, Japan just declared war on China. What the hell? It's a rebellion in Mexico. That is troubling. Very curious. And let's go ahead and get improved armor, so when we do start considering tanks, that will be in better shape. I am very concerned, by the way, about our lack of military production. We're definitely going to need to fix that too. Let's take Christina here. And let's have you build an intel network here in Minsk. So we can try to figure out what the Soviets are up to. Brilliant. I'm not going to bother with the espionage again until we can get a lot more factories happening. Okay, we have prepared for the next war. Oh, these all add like forts and stuff. I know it does give us some free units. That's always tempting, but I think we need to start going down this road. Or you know what? More industry is always good. Yeah, you would give me 2 free factories. Yeah, let's do it. Let's start really getting our... Oh, that gives you military factories? We're going here. And I can take a land doctrine. Very nice. Okay. I'm not going to worry about Chief of the Navy till I actually have a Navy worth worrying about. Alright, excellent. Let's go immediately to the 1936 Light, and then we'll start producing that then. What do I need for this one? I need at least 25. Well, I'll get 25 once I've done that. So I think I need 50. I think that's the goal we're going for. Okay. Let's improve our machine tools. Oh, I could build a tank, but I don't want it yet. Okay, now before I go any farther, let me just remind myself to trigger Restore the Commonwealth. To trigger this, I need 80 monarchy support. So that's gonna be quite a bit down the line, but that's fine. That is fine. A couple free units wouldn't be terrible, but no, we're gonna keep militarizing. Yeah, we're gonna do the new Polish industry. Although this one is really freaking good. It will give me 4 new factories, and we can get a bunch of railways. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go down this track. Are you like secretly getting like a decent sized army, or... Oh, you know what the issue is? This is the one that only has 18. Right. Let's do let's do a line of 3, 4, 5, 6. To try to get that unit up to speed. Like, I could deploy those units right now if I wanted to. I'm just not gonna because they're quite close to being where they need to be anyway, so I'm good with that. Okay. Let us sway your generals. And I guess we could invest. Yeah, let's do it. I really want to try to get them pushed up so we can go after Lithuania before the Soviets start doing it. France and Britain have formed the alliance. Give me some free factories, yo. Brilliant. We are developing fighters. That's great. Let's start researching trucks. And let's go ahead and get more guns built. Okay, that's very good. And then let's focus on some tactical bombers too. But we're definitely going to go ahead and switch you over to this. I don't have any air experience, so I can't really work on making any variants yet. But we will soonish. Yes, I know that there's nobody assigned to that plan. I don't really care right now. Okay. Oh, it's our new units got added. Okay, our new units just got placed. Why are you just kind of hanging out? Oh, because you haven't been... What are you doing, game? Wait, wasn't that the sound of my troops being deployed? Oh, it's something that they're ready to deploy. I see. There we go. There we go. Now what's happening? Get game. Like, I do acknowledge, by the way, the Soviets could easily ruffle stomp us. There's not really much I can do about that, though, other than just hope that I get some level of warning. Mexico won their civil war. Good for them. And what does this do? It adds 15 monarchy support. I love it. Do it. And then we can sway the generals once right now happens. Okay. And then the railway's not that important to me right now. Let's go to new Polish industry. Let's make sure we're getting plenty of artillery. But also plenty of infantry equipment, because we're going to need both of those in pretty decent sized quantities. Guangxi click. How is Asia doing these days, I wonder? Japan is doing okay, but not great. Go China. Brilliant. We're gonna save our 100% time speed jump for later on. It's now 1938. Let's start improving our infantry equipment. I do want to start adding some support equipment too, though. That's something I've kind of been ignoring, and I need to stop ignoring. I need at least 50 factories for that. Let's switch over now. And let's establish Royal Guards, because it's just 2 free units. Austria just got Anschluss. Who is low on supplies? Oh! I need a upgraded train line there. And let's kick that up to the top. I do like the way they've done railways now. They feel a lot more organic, which is really helpful. And then let's keep working on that. Now I should be able to trigger the Lithuania decisions. As soon as I finish the focus I'm working on. And I think we'll end this first episode by right as we trigger that. Man, Latvia, what the hell is your problem? You really do need enlightened Polish leadership. We're getting some planes in the reserves. Speaking of which, I should probably... Okay, now I feel comfortable actually starting to design a tank, our first tank. Give me give me a maintenance company, please. And then let us start designing our very first light tank. So this is what tank designer works now. You'll notice it looks quite similar to the naval designer. So we need to add a main armament. We want a medium armament. We want a medium howitzer. And then we could do a 3-man turret. Oh, that increased my breakthrough but reduced my speed. Let's do a 2-man turret. A light fixed superstructure. I'm fine with that. Give me welded armor. And then let's go ahead and increase the engine points a bit. And the armor a bit. Small armaments. I really want you to be able to deal with, other tanks, really. Special modules. Let's get some machine guns on this thing. And then can I do anything to improve our reliability? Yes. And then let's add one more secondary turret. I'm trying to replace, I'm trying to add. Why can't I build it? Oh, you can only have one secondary turret. Got it. There we go. That's pretty great, actually. This looks like a really solid tank. It's got good anti-armor. It's got a 2-man turret. It's got some heavy machine guns that'll help us out with soft attacks. It's a pretty hard target. Yeah, I like it a lot. Let's save it. Where is my shiny new variant that I just designed? Oh, I didn't rename it. Okay. So we're gonna call this the Anti-Armor Light Tank Mark 1. And we're gonna start building those once we get a factory online. Okay. Let's also go ahead and increase each of these lines to 2. Because we really need to make sure that we've got plenty of people. And we're actually going to run out of fuel storage again in the not too distant future. But I'm fine with that for right now. Spanish Civil War is over. The Nationalists won. This does not surprise me. Okay, let's go for the Kingdom of Lithuania. I have some unassigned divisions. Gentlemen, kindly join this group. And once you've completed the Lithuania focus, I think we'll go and end this first episode. And the tension's getting really high now. I am a bit concerned about that. Because we still don't really have true pals yet. I hope we will soon, but for right now we don't. And that is somewhat disconcerting. Okay, we're going to be able to make some tactical bombers here soon. Let's focus on... I do eventually want some anti-tank stuff, but for right... Oh, actually this would... Yeah, let's do that. Let's get some anti-tank research happening. Production. And then we're going to restore the Commonwealth. Oh, yeah. And that will be it for this episode. We now have a lovely personal union here. Let us remove you. And then you're gonna put a front line right up there, because that's what's gonna be happening next. But that'll be for next time. I hope you guys have been enjoying the episode in this new series. Please feel free to drop a like or a comment in the chat. That's always really helpful. But until next time, this has been Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.